I was fortunate as a child to live in a very unique nuclear family, a mom and a dad who were kind and very caring and nurturing, who believed in education and believed in a good work ethic. Thus, when I was 10 and my brother David was 8.5 or 9, we both took over and split a paper route. And we delivered the Coos Bay Times, later known as the Coos Bay World, to about 60 neighborhood homes. Uh, that was important in learning about work. And in time, with my push lawnmower, I took on multiple yard jobs to work in the neighborhood. Probably one of the most formative long-term experiences, however, was the Boy Scout movement. I started as a Cub Scout and then became a Boy Scout. And my father had been a Scoutmaster, but never of the troop in which I was to be a Boy Scout. And I found then my love of the outdoors and curiosity about all sorts of subjects like Indian lore and nature and first aid and world affairs and photography to be a pathway of discovery through the Merit Badge program in Boy Scouts. And I was pretty aggressive about these things. I had a lot of determination to excel. So by the time I was 14, I'd become an Eagle Scout, a member of the Order of the Arrow, and other adventures beckoned. Probably the most significant formative moment was the opportunity in 1957 to go with my brother David to the Boy Scout Jamboree in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, where we traveled by train across the United States with other scouts. And then David turned around to return to Coos Bay, Oregon, but I was part of Troop 111, a troop of Eagle Scouts from Oregon, Washington, and Alaska. And we journeyed then to Quebec and then by ship to Plymouth, England, to spend 10 days at the World Boy Scout Jamboree at Sutton Coldfield. And then following that, we traveled all the way from Amsterdam to Munich to Vienna to Venice to Nice to Paris to Le Havre and got a very good introduction to European culture and the affairs following World War II. The damage from the war was still evident, particularly in London, Frankfurt, Munich, and Vienna, where we could see destroyed blocks and buildings from World War II. The other side of it was the railroad depots were wonderful new structures built under the Marshall Plan by the United States. So I had an encounter with history and world affairs that was highly formative. To make that trip, I had taken on a second paper route, the Morning Oregonian. So I got up usually around 5:30 in the dark and the rain, and with my canvas bag and bicycle, I set out to deliver 90 daily Oregonians, a few more on Sundays, through the neighborhood. And then after high school, I came home and mowed lawns and delivered the local newspaper. So those were elements that I think really helped shape who I was going to become.